Hi, this is a video on how to fix your Sky remote when it doesn't work. You might find that you've known for a few days that the batteries are gone and you haven't got round to fixing it. Well, if you're stuck, we'll do it a bit at a time. This if you try rubbing your batteries hard like that, they'll get warm. This excites the batteries. Do that for about 30 seconds so they get hot. Just friction. And then you may find your remote works. That'll get you through till the next day anyway. Now the next stage then, if it still doesn't work, a lot of these Sky remotes, their handles a lot. You've got a cup of tea one hand, they get a bit of tea spilt on them, sweat, biscuits. And when you're sitting down dunking your biscuits in your tea, it drips, they get mucky inside. So what we have to do is to take the remote apart. I've also got some codes to give you as well, so that you can make your Sky remote control your television or part of it. So first of all, take the back off the Sky remote. Taking the back off to change your batteries is just a simple question of pushing down on that latch and bringing it forward. Then your batteries come out, push against the spring that side like that, bring that battery out, bring that battery out, and these are your AA batteries, just two of those, two 1.5 volt batteries. Now the next part to get it side to fix this problem, there's a Phillips screw there. Now you're going to need a Phillips screwdriver about this size to get in there and undo this screw here. A simple Phillips screw. And the next thing to do is when you catch the screw and put it to one side, is to take off the lens cover here, where your little light is what you see flashing red. And that's the actual transmitter. This is your indicator light on the top there. So we've taken that cover off there, put that one on the way. It's the same thing for this remote here. So there we have two parts we're going to be taking off. Now your second screw, what you have to take out is a Phillips screw here. So we undo that one, done earlier. Dropped it inside, typical. Now the next thing is there are 6 latches around the side of the remote, 7. There's one more at the bottom there. Now get a flat blade screwdriver or a blunt knife so you don't hurt yourself, and go around the edges and lever it off. Just gently around the edges of it, the other side, oh they are to come off straight away. Now don't panic if this falls out. Now this part here, this, when you've got this apart, this just drops back in place there, so there's no problem there of finding where it goes. What you need to do is to clean these. They just look like rubber pads, but they're not. These are actual connections, and these press on the printed circuit board here. And this is where you'll get a lot of muck and grease. So get a cloth, and a bit of water, maybe a little bit of tiniest teardrop of fairy liquid, something like that, just so you can clean these contacts here on these pads. All these little pads here, you have to rub them gently and clean them. Clean the grease off them. Pardon me, there'll be grease on those. The same thing here with this pad here. That comes off once again. No problem about relocating it. It'll just drop into the top part of the control like that. So you won't have any problems. So don't worry about those falling out. Again, so all these contacts here have got to be cleaned up. Now before you start doing that, all these contacts here go onto a microchip. Now if you've got static electricity in your body, if you're charged up, like when you brush your hair and your hair starts to stand up and crackle, or when you put the washing in the tumble dryer, you bring the washing out, you can hear that crackling. That's static electricity. If your body is charged up with static electricity and you touch these contacts here, you could destroy this microchip inside here. Okay? There's a good chance that you could, and you probably would, with a static charge, destroy that microchip, and that will mean your remote is truly fluffed up. Okay? So don't do that. make sure you discharge yourself. And one way you can discharge yourself is just to simply put your hand on a bare wall, on the floor, not the carpet, the sink. Don't get holding anything electrical in your other hand, and just discharge. You know, you won't feel it, but if you just put your hand on your stainless steel sink unit, that will discharge down to earth, because your sink unit is electrically bonded to the system in the house through the pipes, and it will discharge any static electricity in you through that. Do it a couple of times, make sure you discharge it. If you accidentally touch these connections, you won't damage the remote then. That simply comes out, shows you the few parts underneath here. Doesn't look like much. Inside here there are thousands of connections, thousands of chemical switches inside there, and the circuit diagram for this, which if you looked at it including the microchip processor, you would you'd be fascinated at just what goes into these remotes. Anyway, so give those a good clean with a damp cloth, and reassemble it, and you'll find that there's a good chance that your remote will work again, and you'll all be happy. But you may need to put new batteries in, of course, but that's one of the things. Every couple of years we have to replace the batteries. Snap it back together, replace your screw in there, small Phillips screwdriver into there, that's that part there done. You put the cover back on there, that just slides into place. If you forget to take that screw out and yank it, you'll break the remote, so don't forget to do that. Replace your screw in here, which I've lost. See, we're all human. Put your batteries back inside there. Make sure you get them the right way round. So the flat part goes on the spring. That's your negative side. AA negative. Flat part on the spring. Put your cover back on. And voila, there we are. And with a bit of luck, your remote will work. So try replacing your batteries. In an emergency, give them a good rubbing, as I showed you, for about 30 seconds, a hard rubbing, and it heats them up and it excites the battery, and it gives you a bit more power for just to get you through that night. Put your new batteries in. If it's still no good, back off, cover off, one screw there, one screw there, screwdriver along the side here, lever it apart, clean all the contacts on that, what looks like a rubber graphite, this rubber control panels underneath. Clean up the contacts on the printed circuit board. Remember to discharge yourself first through the sink. You must discharge the static electricity, because if you don't, you destroy the microchip. And then reassemble it. It's quite simple to do, and 90% of the time you'll find it fixes it, and you'll be okay then for years to come, hopefully. Okay, thanks for looking. Now then, on here we've got some codes if you want to make your remote work, your television as well as your skybox, and you've obviously set it up already, so we won't go into the actual Sky remote setup, but the codes which I told you about are all here, and we'll run this in front of the camera in just a moment. But first of all, I'll give you a spoken instructions on how to set up the remote with your television. Okay, it says here, right, first of all, turn your TV and skybox on. So turn your TV and skybox on now. Then it says to find the brand of your television, what make it is, from the box opposite. There's this an A to Z here, or A to W. We'll go through those in a moment. Now press TV on your remote control. Now there's the TV button there, so you press that. That's the same place there on that one. Now it says press TV on your remote control, which we've just done. Hold down select and the red key together. Okay, so there's the select button, there's the red button. So we hold those down together for about 2 seconds until the light on the remote control flashes twice. So we'll say the lights flash twice. This remote, this actual remote is buggered, so we'll do it with this one. So press down TV on your remote control. There we are, and it says now press TV again. Hold down select and red key together for about 2 seconds until the light on the remote control flashes twice. So watch there, we'll hold that down and we've got to hold it down until it flashes twice. Now we haven't got a TV with us, so that may not do that at the moment. Now press TV again. Now it says key in the 4-digit code of your TV brand. The light on the remote control flashes twice. So we press in the 4-digit code of your TV brand. Now on here, which I'll show in a while, more detail than this, you can see we've got 4 numbers against the various makes here. We've got the, such as the Hitachi television is 0145, okay? Technics 0250. So that's what we have to key in with our remote control. Okay, so if our brand is here, such as a Bush 0157, that's there, the Bush one, we would key in 0157 on the remote, which is 0157. So we've done that bit. Okay, key in the 4-digit code of your TV brand. The light on the remote control flashes twice. If you see it flash only once, check you've got the right code and enter it again. Now this is all done in conjunction with whatever television you've got. Right, so next step is to press the standby key on your remote control. Now the standby key, so where's the standby key? Well, the standby key is I think standby again. Let's just get this correct for us here. There it is, it's a standby. Standby, it's also the on and off switch. Get confused. So that's your standby switch there, okay? Right, press the standby key on your remote control. If the TV switch is off, press select. That's the one in the middle. The light on the remote control flashes twice. If the TV doesn't switch off, press TV, then standby. There's your TV switch there. There's your standby switch there. Keep doing this. Press TV, then standby. TV, standby, until the TV turns off. Then press select. Now the settings are made on your remote control. It should now work with your TV. If you can't find your brand, refer to the Sky Guide by selecting interactive, which is that one there, interactive. And then you'll go on the screen for Sky Customer Service, select Equipment Help, select How do I program my Sky Remote, select again, and follow the on-screen instructions, and then write down the number what it gives you. So there we are, and best of luck to you. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.